Hey folks, how you doing today? Welcome to the YouTube channel. What is going on? So, no trading today for me. I was away last night and all of today. Just getting back here and taking a look at some of the charts. So let's do a little bit of technical analysis rundown on our major sectors here. So we'll take a look at the daily chart, starting off with the ES, so the S&P 500. So I would say we're in a bit of a daily tightening range here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this range just continues to tighten up until we get a clear break, and it could take months at this point. Okay, so as you can see, we've been staying within this range for a while. There's still decent volatility, and if you look at today's action intraday, there was a lot of volatility like usual. If you're short-term trading, there's no lack of opportunity in the market. So our high being 32.31 and a quarter and 29.23 and 3/4. This is the general range of the S&P 500 right now. So the S&P is much weaker than the Nasdaq. So let's take a look at the Nasdaq right now, and you can see how Nasdaq's at all-time highs. So anything above, now it depends on how you look at this on the daily chart. Of course, anything above 97.28 and 3/4 is a higher low. But if you zoom in a little bit, you'll see that we have a bit of consolidation here. So at this point, I would say that's our support to be watching, would be 10,505 and 3/4. So that's our nearest support. And you can see we were bearish today for the large part and then came back up. So anything above this is going to be a higher low. And looking at that 4-hour chart, you can see the bear in the morning met up exactly with these exponential moving averages and then resulted in a massive rally. So the Nasdaq's still in blue sky breakout at this point, and I wouldn't be sitting here trying to mess with this and trade against this market. You know, just trade with what the tape's giving you. You're trying to make money here. You're not trying to be right. And again, that's what every trader needs to learn. So we ended the day with this sort of V-shaped recovery type of thing here. And again, massive pop to a new high, massive sell, higher low, and now we're searching a higher high. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue in this tightening range here. We'll see what we get. Still in an uptrend, so our 15-minute higher low is 689.50. So we'll see what the Nasdaq continues. So again, if you zoom out, looking at that hourly chart, I would say this area right here is the most apparent one. So that 505 general area, a lot of interest, pretty obvious area on the chart. Likely a lot of bullish stop losses under that level. Maybe, maybe not. Anyhow, let's move on to the Russell. Russell, as you can see, a lot weaker. Definitely getting hit harder than the other sectors, largely due to its financial exposure. If you look at XLF, you'll see XLF had a very bearish day today, testing our lows all the way down to 22.50. So we managed to hold the support for now. And again, it was 22.52. We hit 49, and then we kind of rallied. So if we zoom in and look at that intraday action, just an absolute bloodbath straight off the open. Very short bear flag consolidation, and then just bear all the way until 11.50. Weakest out of all our major sectors. Looking at the healthcare sector, you can see we're in a bit of a daily tightening range, and you can see we've been in that range for a while. We expanded and now we're tightening up again. So with our high being 104.22, the low being 95.42, and generally you can see we're starting to tighten it up here. So anything above at this point 96.84 is going to be a higher low. So it makes sense for these tightening ranges to kind of continue into the summer. So generally it's important to understand tightening ranges as a trader, because that's going to be your indication as to when you pump the brakes a little bit in your aggressive trading. Okay, so in terms of the tech sector, I mean, we have a lot of blue sky bulls, so it makes sense to be trading that momentum with the trend. Basically, look at Amazon, just an absolute bull. Microsoft, 2 all-time highs, Apple all-time highs, a higher low every single day for the last 7 or 8 days here. So it's absolutely insane. So Nasdaq is just definitely staying very strong thanks to our big major names here. Now, we're definitely getting a little bit extended here. We're in the territory of maximum euphoria land. Look at that weekly chart on Amazon, just absolutely extended, okay? And looking at something like Tesla as well, very, very extended up to the 1400s. Now, something that stood out for me on Tesla, I know I'm kind of jumping from one thing to the next here, but take a look at the volume profile on Tesla, and just take a look at the volume in this upper region here, and you're going to see it's about 50-50 bull and bear. But I would say if you kind of zoom in even more, you're going to see that there's a lot of short interest in this area. And it makes sense, because when something gets really high, it makes sense that shorts are going to be looking to kind of get involved with this market. But again, if we don't trade lower, what's going to happen? The shorts are eventually going to get trapped. So I'd say if we manage to get above these highs of 2 days ago, 14.36, definitely going to start putting some pressure on the short side here and definitely could move higher. So we know Tesla is one of those things that will just ruin you. You know, these tech stocks, Tesla, ZM, if you're trying to short these things, guys, there will be a day. Your day will come, but you have to be absolutely patient, okay? Look at ZM. This one is a great example. So that daily chart, just so extended. Now you can see the volume's kind of light up here. At any moment when a fat finger decides to press the button, the thing is going to get ruined, okay? But until that day, I think it just keeps going higher, blindly higher. So, I mean, look at this trend. We've seen things like this happen many times in the past. A lot of euphoria and hype in this market. So, again, let's get back to our big sectors here. So getting back to the Nasdaq, we had the high of this morning, and then we had the dump, and now we came up to break to a higher high, and right now it has no follow through. So let's see what the bears are going to do with this at this point. And our last hourly higher low, I'd say, is around 671.25. So that's generally where we stand on the Nasdaq. On the Russell, if we want to zoom out and look at the Russell, you'll see that again, another daily tightening range here, and you're going to see this high, low, lower high, higher low, and again tightening up. So pump the brakes if you're an aggressive day trader. Trade with the tape, don't argue with the tape. There's not much more I can say than that, guys. So let's zoom in and look at some intraday levels here. So looking at Apple, you can see it was largely a bit of a trading range day, with the highs being 385, 36, and then we had some consolidation in the morning here, and then we resulted in a trading range for the rest of the day. Let's look at Microsoft. Microsoft, definitely the more bears showing up and gapping up above yesterday's highs by a solid percent. And so we had profit taking, a lower high, more profit taking all the way until 11 o'clock, and then we resulted in a trading range type of action. Amazon, different kind of story. We did have the consolidation in the morning. Now this consolidation right here seems like it was broadly correlated to the market, and then you can see the bulls just showed up and managed to push this to all-time highs again. So Amazon definitely up there with all-time highs. Look at that volume profile, definitely something sticking out there. Big sell sticking out there in the 3180s. Someone might be taking profit or not. Very extended, and if they are taking profit, well, that's probably the smart thing to do at this point if you're long. If you're not taking profits now, there's certainly a problem with you. Anyhow, guys, so that's going to be it for today. Keep an eye, if you're trading the Nasdaq like I do, just keep an eye on the big tech names like usual. Facebook, all-time highs, but we are 2 inside bars in a row at this point. Let's just look at Facebook, and we had a trading range day coming up near yesterday's highs and then selling off kind of a higher low versus yesterday's low, and then resulting in a trading range for the rest of the day. That's going to be general rundown. So keep an eye on the tightening ranges in the broad market. And remember, when the market's in tightening ranges, you have to adapt your trading strategy. So learning how to adapt to changing market conditions is absolutely important, guys. So I wish you a great evening. All the best. See you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye.